Hi guys, welcome to Office Blokes Reacts. I'm Office Bloke Dave.
I'm Office Bloke Mike.
I'm the third twin.
The third twin, eh? Seems about right.
Never live it down.
No, I don't mind. We are the Office Blokes, all three of them, back together.
Twins.
Twins. all right.
It's just started.
2 other YouTube channels, Patreon page, social media, merch, all that good stuff. Click the link below and 2 triplets will show you where to go. Right, we've run out of sunshine around here at the moment, haven't we?
It's done now.
It's done now.
Yeah.
That's it, done now until like
over
May,
June. Yeah.
Yeah, so our kid had to scatter the other day.
Scatter.
What else are the Mancunianisms?
Mint.
Mint. What's the one that Jimmy Carr does? Mint. Buzzing.
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 I say that a lot, buzzing.
I never say it. I don't know if I do, actually.
No, I don't say buzzing a lot, must admit.
Well, how Manchester fixed its industrial decline. I've lost it. Oh, I'm gone. I'm absolutely done. You may know that we're from Manchester, so we thought we'd do this one. Because
Capital of the world.
Capital of the world. The Industrial Revolution started in Manchester. We split the atom in Manchester first.
The very first warehouse was here.
Really? Wow.
Biggest council estate in Europe.
Yep. I'm from the centre of it. I was the heartbeat of that council estate.
It was made for you.
I was the heartbeat of it for years.
It's made to put you somewhere.
Nice.
And a computer as well, I think.
Yeah, Alan Turing.
Turing, yeah.
I don't think he was from Manchester, but he...
Not a personal computer, I thought.
Yeah, that was done at the Manchester University, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think so, yeah. Yeah, personal computer.
Yeah, but it was Alan Turing who was the...
Decoder.
Essentially, he was the godfather of modern-day computing, wasn't he? So
he was a code breaker in the war, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was,
Right,
But then he had something to do with the invention of the computer at Manchester University, I think it was.
Yeah. Oh, right, okay.
I think Spice as well is the capital of...
Oh, yeah.
Spice as well.
World,
Wow, something to be proud
Manchester.
Of. We all love a bit of spice, don't we? The office players try spice.
Spice up your life.
Anyway, right, how Manchester fixed its industrial decline. What is going on? Fuck.
Many of our planet's most successful cities have grown and developed as industrial hubs, then continually reinvented themselves to survive. But not all cities have kept pace, and some former industrial centres have struggled in recent years. Manchester impressively bucks this trend. Emerging as a stronghold during the Industrial Revolution, the city has now reinvented itself into a major creative centre, attracting skills, talent and investment from around the world. Poised to cement its status by evolving an entire district into a new technology and creative hub, while arguably repositioning itself as the UK's second city, the success of
First.
Yeah.
First.
Well,
Yeah.
second city. Where would be? I don't know. People said that, didn't they? About they went around. They asked people questions. They asked people at Birmingham what the second city was, and they said Birmingham. They asked people like Newcastle what the second city was, and they said Newcastle.
Yeah.
All right.
They said to people in Manchester what the second city, they said London.
Yeah, precisely.
Manchester's number one.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Manchester stands as a powerful example for countless other urban centres looking to reverse their declines. This is how a former industrial powerhouse became one of Europe's top creative capitals.
I like seeing our town on the TV.
Oh yeah, it's
great.
big time.
Skyline's getting better and better as well.
Brilliant,
Isn't it?
yeah.
I was just about to say this feels very much like a corporate video, and then it came up
Aviva.
powered by Aviva Investors.
Yeah.
It is obviously like a corporate one too.
Yeah, it's for investors to come invest in the city, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know, it's the most redeveloped city in the world.
Really?
Yeah. So we knock down new buildings to build new buildings in Manchester, whereas everywhere else is building new buildings. Most redeveloped city in the world.
Really?
Yeah.
It was. I don't know if it still is at the moment, but it was a couple of years ago the fastest growing city in Europe.
Oh really? I believe it. You know,
Surprised
if
me.
you look at how many cranes there are at the
Still,
moment.
it's like that. Still like that, isn't it? Just everywhere you go, there's cranes. You know, buildings going up, flats, offices,
Love
full
it.
lot. All
It's
the
awesome,
time. It's
isn't it?
great. Yeah.
Recent decades have been challenging for many of our former industrial heartlands. In a time of rampant technological progress, mass mobility of talent and rising global competition, these once prosperous centres of trade have been forced to adapt. and many have struggled to do so. Manchester was one of several UK cities to find itself in this position. Recognised as the world's first truly industrialised urban area, it developed at the heart of the global cotton trade in the 19th century, moving from specialising in manufacturing and production to exporting finished goods.
Manchester was at the heart of the Industrial Revolution. If we try to explore why that was, Manchester happened to be a place of trade and commerce and production of textiles before the Industrial Revolution really took hold. It's situated on navigable rivers. Rivers were important at that point in time, not just as a source of connectivity, allowing people to move their goods to market, but also as a source of power. When the Industrial Revolution came along, Manchester already had some critical mass. During the 19th century, about a third of the world's cotton production was here in Manchester or in the towns immediately surrounding it.
However, the peak of what became known as Cottonopolis was soon followed by a sharp decline as demand.
That's the pub I go in.
Cottonopolis,
It's called Cottonopolis.
Really?
Yeah.
I was going to say, it sounds like a Greek restaurant, Cottonopolis.
Do you know what it is?
Doesn't it?
Japanese.
Oh no, it's messing with my mind, that is now.
I only found out last week. I was like, it's Japanese. I'm like, I've been coming here for ages. I'm like, since when's it been Japanese? And it's always been Japanese. And I'm like,
Wow.
I'll have another Asahi.
Yeah. Wonder
Some sake.
if that's where they got the name from then. Must be, mustn't it?
Yeah, that's where
I've
the name
never-
comes from, Cottonopolis. Yeah.
I've never heard Cottonopolis
But it's the
before.
metropolis of cotton, wasn't it? That's where
Yeah.
they got the name from, obviously.
Yeah.
It's always been Grunchester when I was growing up.
Yeah.
British cotton plummeted with the outbreak of the First World War. The UK cotton industry collapsed in the mid-20th century as production ramped up in countries closer to where the raw material was grown. Overall, employment declined by 22% between 1951 and 1981. Jobs in engineering and electrical goods almost halved, but textile industry jobs fell by a startling 86%.
Wow.
Wow.
By the 1980s and 90s, this was a place in urgent need of change and a new direction. Now, Manchester has risen once again. The rebuilding of a large part of the city centre in the wake of an IRA bombing in 1996 catalysed development, and the region has prospered since refocusing onto the technology and creative sectors in the early 2000s.
The rebirth of Manchester really started in the mid to late 1990s, and that reflected the fact that the roles of cities had changed over time.
I think the City Council sort of changed from a view of protecting the old industries which were in decline to being a lot more forward-thinking and progressive in trying to attract new business and new technologies to come in. And they've been very successful at doing that, and people call it the Manchester miracle of changing, you know, a city which was really in decline to something which is really booming and is progressive today.
In the industrial era,
It's one of those, isn't it, where it seems like throw some adversity at Manchester and it comes back stronger. Whether it's
Absolutely,
the IRA bombing obviously sparked
I think
or
that's the
signified
catalyst
at the beginning.
for a lot of it, wasn't it?
Yeah.
IRA bombing.
But then you look at the Ariana Grande Manchester Arena bombing, and then the response to that was just so overwhelming compared to the
it's huge,
atrocity
wasn't
that
it?
happened. Everyone just comes together and just
Well,
smashes
we're a
it.
working
Yeah.
class city. And that's what it comes down
Yeah.
to. It's the working class people who pull together
I think
when it's
there's
needed.
there's something extra with Manchester, because you could argue that a lot of places like Birmingham, Liverpool, they're working class cities as well, but they don't seem to have the same response to the things
I think
that we've
Liverpool
had.
would.
Yeah, I
You
think
think-
so, to be fair.
100%. Yeah.
I think so.
But I think it's just the capital of the world, isn't it?
I think you're right. I think it is a
Absolutely.
lot of it's down to working class people who just come back stronger and get on with it and, you know, crack on, don't we? That's just in the blood, isn't it?
We've got a great sense of humour. We make fun of we poke fun of ourselves. You know, it's
Yeah, you've got to, haven't you?
yeah.
Got music and football. What's
yeah.
Liverpool
The best-
got?
the best
What's
music, the
Liverpool
best
ever done?
Beatles, yeah, who they?
coal might have been your most important resource. Today it's talent, and Manchester has a lot of that, thanks to its 4 universities and the fact that there are 100,000 students in the city.
It has great connectivity, it has great scale outside, outside central London. It really does have a lot going for it.
Manchester is now the fastest growing tech hub in Europe and one of the most rapidly expanding cities on the continent. Around 100,000 more residents are expected to relocate to the city centre by 2025, while another 65,000 jobs are expected by 2036.
Wow.
Transport links are also being improved. A £1 billion overhaul of the airport is underway, and Manchester Piccadilly will play a key role in the HS2 high-speed rail project and the proposed Northern Powerhouse rail scheme. The three...
Everything up until that point, I'm with you, but HS2 can fuck off. That's just my personal opinion.
I read an article last week about the HS2, and it said to go from Manchester to London at the moment, you can do it on what used to be Virgin trains.
Yeah.
I can't remember what they call now.
I can't remember, but it's about 2
but
hours, isn't it?
It's 2 hours, yeah. And the new time is going to be 1 hour 56 minutes. I'm like 4 minutes.
Yeah.
All that for 4 minutes.
Yeah.
Wow.
What's it costing? Over 100 billion. Yeah. And decimating the countryside. They're compulsory purchase ordering loads of people's properties, just forcing them out, people that have lived there 30, 40 years. Just like ancient woodland we've got in this country that's over 1,000 years old that's getting pulled down for HS2.
Yeah, but they're planting a whole forestry right down the side of the M62.
Yeah, but you can't,
from here to Leeds.
You can't replace ancient forests.
I get that, but you need transport links.
I do,
The
yeah,
modern world
not
needs transport links.
Not for 4 minutes. Not to shave off 4 minutes to go to London.
There was more to it than that.
Yeah.
But that was what it was.
Yeah.
In my opinion, I'm thinking, how could I get to the away games in London like in an hour?
Yeah.
Because that'd be ideal.
Yeah.
But it wasn't that.
The whole point of it is cheaper homes for people that work in London.
Yeah.
So you keep
That's
the
what it
high
is.
wages of your job working in London, but you can
live in-
commute from
Got the
Manchester.
transport,
Or Leeds.
Yeah, that's the only point in it. So it benefits the south, not the north.
That's a cynical way of looking at it, isn't it?
I am
Which is probably-
cynical about it.
I think
That is reality as well.
it is
though.
absolutely. No, you're right, absolutely right. But it's the cost for me. I mean, they come up with a cost, like it's always doubling. It'll double again before they even get anywhere near finishing.
It'd be 200 billion, 300 billion by
You know,
the
you
time
look at
it's
the
done,
cost, you
won't
think,
it?
gee,
But you go on social media and you look at how many people have relocated from London to the north already. During the pandemic, work from home has been a big thing to relocate people.
Yeah.
I know people have been selling their houses for many millions down in London and buying a house up in Manchester for like £1 million. And they've got like 3 times the size of a house, more garden space, better schools, better people surrounding them.
Yeah, better people.
Well, they've got some of the best towns.
Less nonsense.
Oh no, you just said Altrincham and less nonsense.
It's a great place. I mean, Altringham's been voted the best town in the country again, hasn't it?
A few times.
Altringham's got the fastest growing house prices outside of London.
Yeah,
consistently.
Doesn't surprise me.
But when they moved Media City, or when they built Media City and moved the BBC up, the point was there was going to be loads of media jobs. Loads of media jobs, but everyone relocated from London, kept their jobs and just moved up here.
Yeah.
So that like the jobs weren't widely available.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, but fuck HS2. Anyway.
£5 billion recently invested into the city's media and digital industries is higher than anywhere else on the continent. But this is just the start of the city's creative reformation. An entire new district is now being reimagined as a global creative cluster. Here, Manchester's burgeoning tech and media movement can gather, share ideas, and develop as a like-minded community.
Enterprise City is a new quarter for Manchester, and it's really based around media, tech and creative industries. It's a place where people are going to work.
Do you know what we have in Manchester that nowhere else has?
Mancunians.
Yeah, apart from that. Well, there's other Manchester around the world, isn't there?
Yeah.
But we have something in Manchester that no other city in the world has. Our own walk. Don't we? Yeah. You've got to walk like a man, can't you? No one else has their own walk.
Yeah.
We have our own walk.
Yeah. You know where it's from. Of
course I know where it's coming from.
Swagger.
Swagger, innit?
They're going to live, and there is going to be a cultural element to Enterprise City as well. We'll include a new venue called The Factory, the new home for the Manchester International Festival, a venue for 7,000 visitors. So that, together with great placemaking that will be within the public realm, will provide a new cultural base for Manchester.
I was just going to say, where is it?
Based in the heart of the St John's neighbourhood and rising on a site with a long history of media production, Enterprise City is the business element of the new development.
Be down where... is it like Key Street? Was it where the old ITV street?
That's where the build. There's loads going up there. You're right. There is.
That's
where it is.
It's got to be.
That's where it is. Key Street. You're right. I drove past it a couple of weeks ago, and it's fucking well under construction.
Looks impressive.
It does. You're
Really
right.
does.
Yeah, you're right.
Really
That's
does.
exactly where it is.
Yeah.
The scheme is being conceived and led by Allied London, with long-term funding and ownership of the first commercial buildings provided by Aviva investors. The evolution of this district will see state-of-the-art new structures rise alongside rehabilitated heritage buildings, including the former Granada Studios. an iconic TV set that was once home to the world's longest-running serial TV drama, Coronation Street. The £60 million Old Granada Studios project will include 9 floors of bespoke workplaces, a 200-room hotel, retail units, a 370 square metre rooftop extension, and a series of readapted TV and film studios. Enterprise City has already confirmed technology giant Booking.com as a key tenant of Manchester Goods Yard, with media conglomerate WPP set to occupy the adjacent Globe and Simpson building. Consisting of 4 interlinked blocks connected by a series of bridges to encourage connectivity between companies, the Goods Yard is a New York-inspired warehouse concept that will set a new standard in flexible workspace. Another key component is the ABC buildings. Featuring a contemporary take on 1960s brutalist architecture and embodying the revolutionary design ethos of that time, this complex provides over 9,000 square metres of workspace for media and tech businesses, alongside a boutique cinema and retail units. First constructed in the 19th century, the bonded warehouse was once a busy terminus that connected Manchester with nearby Liverpool.
It's like Castlefield, that bit.
It's facing it. It's,
yeah.
it's in the back of the old G. I don't know what it's called now. GMX. It's what runs down back
Yeah,
there, isn't it?
yeah.
Today, the structure is being carefully reborn as an enterprise hub for small to medium-sized businesses, offering 6 levels of work, studio, retail and event space.
Enterprise City can play a role in the next stage of Manchester's economic development. It will help the city foster those clusters in the creative, media and tech sectors. And the larger those clusters get, the more productive they will be and the more employment they will create. And those employment benefits will penetrate outside of the city to the wider northwest, helping to reinforce Manchester's position as the capital of the north.
I think it will help the region on a variety of bases. In terms of city employment, city wealth, etc., creating a district that can really house those people and be really tailored towards that industry will only encourage more occupiers to either to come to Manchester or new startups to choose Manchester as their base. It's a big scale project, and if you work in real estate, being involved in a project such as this is what gets you out of bed in the morning. So I'm incredibly proud of where we've got to today.
Now that we have created this infrastructure to bring people together in a productive way, what kind of innovations are going to take place there? What kind of new ideas are going to be born in this area? I'm very excited to see what plays out in that respect.
The pain of deindustrialisation is still being acutely felt in cities around the world, destroying livelihoods and shattering communities, while having a profound impact on global politics and economic policy decisions. But with developments like Enterprise City, Manchester is bucking the trend, emerging as a powerful case study for other centres, and proving the importance of adaptability. What was once a leading industrial powerhouse has now been reinvented into a dominant creative hub, a city whose prominence on the world stage has endured, and that arguably carries more weight today than at any time before. This video was made possible by Aviva Investors.
Love it.
Buzzing for that.
Makes you proud.
Yeah, it does.
It really does. That
Enterprise City, though, that's going to, you see now where, just at the back of it, it's Castlefield, isn't it? At the other end of Key Street.
Right, yeah.
So you've got all them, you see where all the restaurants are there now, the Ivy and Tattoo and all that.
It just brings it all together, doesn't it? It creates a sort
you
of
see why they're there, in the first place now.
Exactly, yeah.
It's so exciting, isn't it?
Yeah.
To watch.
I absolutely love it when building up, towns or cities like that. It just makes you. It makes you feel proud of your city, but it gives you like hope and for the future as well, doesn't it?
I noticed they kept Piccadilly Gardens off that video.
Yeah,
I think it might have been on once, but the angle was really good.
Yeah.
They kept all over.
Is that wall gone yet? That massive wall. What was that all about?
That's not gone yet. The Berlin Wall.
Yeah, it's just a massive wall right in the middle of it.
Yeah, it looks terrible. Yeah, it's supposed to be going, isn't it?
Yeah, it's on the cards to go. There's something else we didn't touch on there. Was they're building a huge green quarter? I think they're calling it.
Yeah.
And I think
it's finished.
It's Ancoats area, isn't it?
Yeah, I think is it finished that? Because I got some information. I was going to call it something else then. I got some information through the mail about apartments there.
No, you know what the Green Quarter is actually. I think that's where I used to live near Victoria Station. I think that's classed as the Green Quarter. But there's a big near Ancoats, it's going to be a huge outside space. Like,
Oh, okay.
I think the idea is it's going to rival Central Park in New York.
In Ancoats.
Yeah, but it's going to be a lot of Ancoats is getting flattened, a lot of the houses.
Yep.
So there's protests against it and stuff, as you can imagine. But
Where am I going to live, mate?
not
In
here.
it.
Price
Walking up and
per
down the
square
road.
foot is a bit too much at the moment.
Ancoats never used to be nice. It's just gone nice again now, hasn't it? It's gone really nice.
It's nice, but it's still sketchy.
I like
So
it around
it's that level of there's streets not to turn down at certain
there. I
times.
like it.
of
I
night.
like
I
it.
can
I like it a
imagine,
lot around
yeah.
there.
Yeah, certain times of day you'd probably be maybe a bit wary, might you? But
Big investment there from the city owners around that area.
Yeah,
yeah, of course,
Yeah,
yeah.
Put a lot of investment into the
They've
area.
done a huge amount up there, haven't
Big
they?
time.
Etihad, massive amount spent, absolutely, tens of millions.
Yeah,
haven't
you
they?
take that. That's not even mentioned in here, but that's got, they're putting a whole arena there, aren't they?
Yeah, new arena there. Yeah, to think of the
For the
MEN, aren't
concerts,
they?
yeah.
But I think it's about 20,000. I think, isn't it?
25,000, I think. Yeah.
Capacity, so it should be a huge place, isn't it? Again, it's all the northern quarter and above there. That's all been redeveloped, and it'll all tie in with the city. Then won't the campus there, and then it's a huge area that's been remodelled as well. Again, isn't it?
Yeah, excellent,
But
great
it's
stuff.
great.
It's great to see.
Yeah, it's got me really excited for the future watching that. I mean, I love Manchester anyway, without a doubt. But you just watch that, and it's that extra bit of like,
It's just exciting, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's
it really
something
is.
new, and it's
Really is.
developing even more, and it just attracts more people, doesn't it?
the one thing they didn't mention though,
Well,
that Manchester's home to the Office Blokes. That's all this
They're missing
media
the
and
trick, aren't they?
creativity and studio space and stuff. They never once mentioned us.
I know.
Absolute joke.
Do you know them offices as well? I bet they couldn't get a snooker table in their offices.
No,
I bet they couldn't.
but we're
Not allowed.
the single fastest growing YouTube reaction channel in our office though.
Yep.
So
On
that's,
our-
that's
without a doubt.
I'd go further and say on our industrial estate.
yeah, I'll go with
I
that.
don't think so. Yeah,
I saw
There's
it
no
as
other
well.
media companies here.
I saw a guy with a hoodie on for a YouTube channel the other day. I was walking behind him to go to Asda to grab a sandwich, and the hoodie looked legit. It looked really cool. Like the logo was great, and I was like, "No way, another YouTuber near us." So I
YouTube
wrote,
friends.
YouTube friends. So I put it in on my phone, and I was like, maybe there's a collab to be done. Blah blah blah. It had like 20 subs.
Oh, yeah.
Got to start somewhere.
I know everyone's got to start
Next time
somewhere.
you saw him, you were like, weren't you?
Yeah, the merch was. It just made me think. Someone who maybe a similar level
Yeah,
to
yeah.
us, and there can be some
Yeah.
sort of like back and
Yeah.
forth. I started a beef with him instead, just in case he gets big.
Just tripped him up on the way to Asda.
Yeah, kicked him.
Anyway, good information about Manchester.
It was great.
Hopefully you enjoyed
Excellent.
it. About
Come
our,
visit.
our home city.
Yep.
Don't forget to like and subscribe, hit the bell, and we'll catch you on the next one.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers.